Well, good day, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion. We're coming to you from San Antonio today at the Riverwalk, and we're going to go to Louis Tussaud's Waxworks. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. Take a look at that. Over 250 figures we're gonna see today in Alamo Plaza. Let's stop over at the Alamo first. There's some music going on. All right, here we are. First ones we see in the window are some of the royals. Former royals? I don't know. What do we call them? You have some monstrous size heads of presidents as soon as you walk in. And Thor with his hammer. 250 figures. We're gonna see a lot today, including Bill Gates. And I think that's the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. Here we have Keanu. Here we have Lady Gaga. I may not show you all of them, but there's 250. That could be a lot. But this is really cool. I've never seen a display like this. 3 generations of Michael Jackson. Take a look at that. Turn the lights on, and you got young Michael. And then you got Thriller Michael. And I don't like the face on this one. The face is a little bit creepy. Now, Louis Tussaud originally was the one who taught Madame Tussaud, but I doubt he, you know, he didn't do any of these. I don't know about that Johnny Cash. That's Madonna. There's Taylor Swift. Here we have Drake. Springfield, Ohio's John Legend. Will Smith over here. And then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Well, we are in Texas. There's The Undertaker. That is awesome. Never expected to see an Undertaker wax figure. Here they have some Harry Potter. There's Serena Williams. DiCaprio. The DiCaprio almost kind of looks like Trump in a way. The last time we went to a wax museum in Branson, that they never have Indiana Jones, and they had one there. They have one here as well. I think the one in Branson was better though. Here are the characters from Twilight. I'm not as impressed with the figures at this museum as I normally am at museums. So over here we have Denzel Washington, Jimmy Kimmel, Dr. Phil. Didn't expect to see him. And then Justin Timberlake. on the Jimmy Fallon show. I don't know about you, but sometimes the bad museums can be more fun than the good museums as far as wax. Man, they made him short. He's really short compared to the others here. Here we have the Pope, which is interesting because he's right directly across from Johnny Depp. Not sure how they came up with the idea of putting the Pope in here with all the other actors, but oh, I love it! The Three Stooges! That is unique. You never see Three Stooges. I love it though. That's great. Here they're showing the story of the Pilgrims. And then into Western life. Betsy Ross here with the flag. I'm not sure who that is looking down at her, but that's George Washington. And then here you have Honest Abe. And right directly across from Honest Abe, you have President Biden. And then, so you don't get upset because you think I'm playing politics, here's Trump and Obama. Now here they have a display on the history of war, the wars. That one kind of looks like Martin Sheen in the face. Oh wow, this is a unique room. We got the Minions down here. And then Iron Man 3. It's weird to think of these as wax figures, you know? And then kind of a dumpy looking, no offense Robert Downey Jr., but it's not real flattering the way they made your body here. And he knows it. And then here we have Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Here's some Star Wars. Black Panther. And a giant Incredible Hulk. And of course, Spider-Man jumping off the wall. This says the land of make-believe. We're going to Mr. Rogers' world here. Oh, I see. There's Sleeping Beauty. Then Hansel and Gretel. And then if you look up here, you have the Seven Dwarfs. And even Mary Poppins up there. And then here we have Rapunzel. And the old woman who lived in a shoe. And Little Red Riding Hood. And the big bad wolf is in there sleeping in Grandma's bed. And here's Little Bo Peep. And then here we have Geppetto making Pinocchio. And then above is Little Miss Tuffet. I mean Little Miss Muffet who sat on her tuffet. And then here we have a beanstalk. Jack and the Beanstalk. And you have Peter Pan. What a unique idea. I loved it. That was really cool. Here's Rumpelstiltskin. And then over here, Cinderella has vanished. Where'd Cinderella go? Here's Stephen F. Austin, not Steve Austin the wrestler, known as the Father of Texas. Brought the first Anglo-American colonists to Texas in 1821. This is the Battle of San Jacinto. There's Davy Crockett in the Heroes of the Lone Star, and Colonel William B. Travis. Now we're gonna follow the Predator. Yes, that is the Predator. Down. And now we're going into the horror section. Skeleton Symphony over here. Phantom of the Opera. Chandeliers come down and killed someone. Camp Crystal Lake. Michael Myers. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Something trying to bust out of the chest. Oh, he's got a woman hanging upside down back there with him. Wolfman! I will say that the Chamber of Horrors got better as it went along. Bates Motel. Norman and his mother. This is a little bit creepy. Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory down here. There's Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein. This is pretty cool. Look, he's got like a body up here with a glowing heart and just a head. And that was the end of that. Now let's go see some of the faces of Mexico. Here's Benito Juarez, Mexico's Abraham Lincoln, Emilio Zapata, Father Hidalgo. I did a whole vlog on him when we were in Guanajuato. He's amazing. And Pancho Villa. Here they have a whole thing on the Passion of the Christ. We're gonna walk through. should have probably went here first, but... And I believe that might be it for inside. I wish I were big. Well, now that we've seen everything inside, you know, some of them weren't all that accurate, but I do have to say, I love to come and see a wax museum, even if they're not. Sometimes when they're not accurate, they're even better, but that was a pretty impressive Chamber of Horrors. I mean, it just kept going on, and I was surprised by some of the figures that they had in there, some of the things I've never seen anywhere else, so good job, Waxworks. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed the Louis Tussaud's Waxworks. We had never seen one before. We'd seen a lot of Madame Tussauds, and now we know it's definitely a difference. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some laughs. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. From San Antonio, have a great night, and goodbye.